How's it going, guys? Grimsie42 here, and I've got everything that's not NES because I'm going to save that for a Quest for NES pickups that I've gotten at the recently passed Too Many Games convention in Oaks, Pennsylvania. It's just a little off from Philadelphia. I got some pretty cool stuff here, some gifts, some pickups, some really awesome stuff, and even something that I thought was a pretty cool little detour. I stopped at a GameStop out there hunting for a game that I had been looking for a while, and did I find it? We're about to find out. Without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, so I will get to the GameStop part first. Basically, I had gotten in town a little bit before GameStops were opened, and I'm looking for, and have been looking for, a game called Ivy the Kiwi for the Wii for quite some time. GameStop sells it for $5, and I know that I can pick it up on eBay for, probably 10 or 20 or whatever, but I really want to try to find it. I don't want to just cheap out and go to eBay and take the easy route, but while I was there, I definitely grabbed as many of the cheaper Wii games as I could. They often sell games for like $1, $2, $3, and I've been picking them up, trying to beef up the collection, so let's jump in. The first one has a little bit of case damage, but it was only $1. It's a title from Eidos called Monster Lab, and as you can see right there, it's got the little damage there. The paper, the art is fine though, so figured I could always swap it out later, but everything is in there. These Wii games are kind of so they're all complete, so I'm not going to waste your time opening them all. This next one is Safari Adventures Africa. This one looks pretty cool. World War II Aces. This next one is probably going to surprise some people. I was eager to pick this up. I'll explain why. This is Naruto Shippuden Dragon Blade Chronicles. And not the biggest Naruto fan, nothing against Naruto, but not my thing. But the reason I was eager to pick this up, it's very small, but there's actually an Atlas logo on this. So this was a Atlas title, and something that I'd wanted to track down to, I believe, complete my Atlas collection for the Wii. There may be one more really obscure game I'll have to look into. Alright, the next one is a game I had never seen before. I thought it was uncommon. I, unfortunately, am a victim of the GameStop swap, and what I call that, or what I mean by that, is when you hand them a game, they sometimes have a copy of it in the drawer, and if you're not careful and you don't check, you might get a damaged copy. So this one, I don't know if you guys can see, it has like some really damaged cover art at the bottom, and there's like a huge tear and bend back here. Anyways, it is a complete copy of TNA Impact. It was only a couple bucks, so I figured I'd grab it, but like I said, the joke's on me, it's a little damaged. This next one was only $1. It's My Word Coach, and this is by Ubisoft. Next one here is Luxor 3, I believe it's pronounced. Next one is Kids Sports Basketball. One after that is Monster 4x4 World Circuit. This one looks interesting. Furu Furu Park. It's from Majesco. I guess it's got all kinds of Taito Classic mini games in it, so really interesting looking game. And this one was only $1, so definitely pick that one up if you see it. Looks to be pretty fun. This next one here will get all my rednecks excited, and it's Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2010. For all y'all that like to shoot them animals with them guns. Anyways, next one is Academy of Champions Soccer, another Ubisoft title, and apparently compatible with the Wii Balance Board. Next one is Boot Camp Academy. Another kids sports here. This one is ice hockey. This last one looked moderately interesting, and it is a Ferrari game. It's System 3 Presents Ferrari Challenge. So, pretty cool looking little racing game there, especially when you're only paying $1 or $2. Next, I got a couple PS3 games and a 360 game. This first one I had been looking for quite some time. I'm still not satisfied. You know how difficult to please I can be. I'm told, and I've seen, that there's a slipcover version of this, so I will definitely be keeping my eyes open for that, but in the meantime, I'm happy to have a very clean copy of, yeah, it looks like L.A. Noire, or El Noire, I don't know, again, troll me, I can't read, but N-O-I-R-E, so La Noire, I don't know, it's some weird word I'm not really familiar with, but looks really cool, and it's got all the extra stuff. It's got like a extra little, I don't know, this looks like film strips or something, so it's really cool. It's got all the DLC papers in there and everything, so super clean. Like I said, just looking for the slipcover to complete that copy. This next one here, I'm still torn. I don't know if I have it. I looked on my shelf. I don't see it, but I just have a feeling I've purchased this already. So it might be in a pile somewhere that I'm not aware of, or I'm going to stumble upon it later. But either I bought it or I was on the fence and didn't buy it. But anyways, this is a copy of Ragnarok Odyssey Ace. It is an RPG from Xseed, and GameStop had this used for like 12 or 13 bucks. So anything under 20, PS3 RPG, I'm picking it up. Getting really, really close to having a complete RPG set for the PS3. They keep releasing them, and they're very obscure when they're late release, and GameStop keeps them at like 40 bucks. So I'm having a little trouble tracking down the last few, but I definitely keep my eyes open and try to pick them up whenever I can. Like I said, I'm only probably missing 5 or 6 right now, and then there's a few more that are going to come out, so probably 10 total by the time they're done making games for the PS3. So I'll get them. There's no worries there. This next one is Our No Surge Ode to an Unborn Star, and this is from Koei Tecmo. And interesting looking little RPG. Graphics look really, really good. And this one, I believe, was only like $16. So again, I was not going to complain. This last one is a Bethesda game, a little banged up, it looks like the cover art is, but it was only $1, so I picked it up, and it's Dick Marcinico Rogue Warrior. So I don't know, Bethesda makes some good games. It looked interesting. I thought I would pick it up. I guess you guys are seeing now that I did not find Ivy the Kiwi. It was in fact there. Unfortunately, due to the store not being open when I did the store locator, I couldn't call to confirm whether or not it was complete. And when I get there, turns out that it was not complete. It was disc only. So again, I strike out, but it is what it is. I'll survive. Anyways, I don't have too many pickups from Too Many Games. I don't know if I just didn't see a lot of stuff I wanted this year, or if I was being too picky. There was definitely a ton of really, really great games there, but I have a lot of them at this point, so it's very difficult for me to, you know, make purchases at conventions, because a lot of the eye candy that allures people there I've luckily already tracked down, so I'm really just looking for obscure things at this point. So I did find some cool stuff though. This first item I'm going to show you is a gift actually from somebody who was really cool. He's been a friend of mine on Facebook for a while. We had finally met up at Too Many Games. It was really cool to hang out with him and his friends. I want to say his other friend Scorpion Slayer is his YouTube channel. I actually appeared on it. I just have bad memory on names, but I'm pretty sure it's Scorpion Slayer. He was also a really cool guy. He's like way younger than me and taller than me. I don't get it. I've got this weird, my buddy Retro Eric likes to say, I've got small man complex, even though I'm like 6'1". I feel weird around people taller than me. I don't know if it's just that I'm not used to people being taller than me, because, I mean, not many people are over 6'1". You don't see it too much, and I got the spiky hair that gives me another inch or two. But anyways, really, really cool, guys. And this one, like I said, my buddy Hunter just gave me. I was super grateful. It is a complete game, too, and it's Burger Time Deluxe for the Game Boy. And it's in really, really good shape. It's got the manual in there, the little jewel piece, even got the little case, so super, super grateful. I've really been wanting to beef up my Game Boy collection, like I've been saying in past videos, so it was really awesome of Hunter to do that. I'm very, very grateful, and again, thanks, and it was really, really cool to hang out with you. These next two items were gifts from a drunken Alpha Omega Sin. We were sitting in the lobby of the hotel at probably 2 in the morning, and he just basically was like, hey, do you want these? And he handed them to me, and, you know, I'm never one to turn down swag, and I do feel it is disrespectful to refuse a gift, but these were really cool regardless. First one is a Devil May Cry 4 bonus DVD, and that's pretty cool. I don't really know what all is on here, but probably a pre-order bundle. And this is something I'm really excited to check out. It's, I believe, the first episode of the animated series of Devil May Cry. So really, really grateful to Alpha for giving me those. He's really a really good friend. He's super, super generous, and definitely somebody that I enjoy hanging out with at conventions or whenever I'm in his neck of the woods. This next one here was part of a trade. It was given to me. My buddy Mr. Syntastic found this at a garage sale for $3, and I was lucky enough to get a couple pre-orders in for the Greninja amiibo. Right before I stopped collecting, I got in those pre-orders, and obviously since I don't collect, I had no interest in them, so we traded this just straight up, and I thought it was a great deal on both our parts. And it's the Legend of Zelda: The Phantom Hourglass. I needed it for the collection, and it's complete, so super, super cool to get another Zelda title off the list. I'm glad to have this one complete and out of the way, and really grateful to my buddy Mr. Fantastic for the trade. This next item only cost me $1. I knew that I needed it. I double checked in my collector app. It's kind of a fun game. I played it a lot when it first came out. I like to call it a combination of Gears of War and Metal Gear Solid, if that makes any sense. And it's Winback Covert Operations. Like I said, just a manual. I already had the game in the box, so really, really happy to get that for just $1. It's in like really, really good shape. I've got 3 more items to show you guys. The first one I'm going to show you was another gift from a really awesome fan. Unfortunately, I did not catch his name. He just kind of ran up to me and was like, "Hey, do you have this game?" And I was like, "Yes." And he was like, "Good, take this," and threw it at me and ran away. But he was really cool to hang out with for the brief time that we hung out at the convention. We walked the floor a little bit. Again, I apologize, I did not catch your name. If you watch this, please feel free to say your name below and throw in like, "Grimsy, you senile old idiot, you can't remember the basic things like names, what's wrong with you?" stuff. Typically, I actually give like all of my friends nicknames because I'm just terrible at remembering names. It's nothing to do with like just meeting somebody once. It's, I think, just due to how my brain processes things. I like to come up with a nickname that reminds me of the person. That way I can remember it easier. But I think that traditional names are stupid anyway. I mean, who'd want to be named Scott when you could be named Grimsie42? Isn't that like cool? No? Okay, it's not cool. Anyways, it is a Wario World strategy guide, and really cool because I know this has got a lot of similarities to like Mario Sunshine, Super Mario 64, stuff like that, and there's probably a lot of stuff in here that I would have trouble finding, so really cool to get an official Nintendo Power guide for a game that I own and that I definitely wanted to check out because I've still yet to play this game. Alright, I was wrong. There are 3 items left. I'm actually wearing one of them. This is a shirt that I had wanted to get for a very long time. As soon as I saw that they made it, I do enjoy that it's not black because I've got animals and hair gets everywhere. Lint, dust, all that stuff. But it is the Caught 'em Slippin' Game Chaser shirt. So really, really cool. And Billy and Jay were nice enough to just give this to me. So I was really appreciative of that. They are always generous. They always hook up their friends. So really, really cool. This next item I also got at a very, very, very good price. Pat basically just wound up giving it to me. I think he charged me a couple bucks just for like whatever the manufacturing cost was. But glad to add it to my collection. I'm now currently up to date. It is Volume 4 of the Pat the NES Punk DVD. And this is cool. This is the one that has like the AVGN episode with the MWC and stuff like that. But I also got, just as I've done with the previous ones, Pat to autograph it, and then I also got Ian to autograph it. And just a little funny story, I don't know if I've mentioned in previous videos. Ian is actually from where I'm from, Buffalo, and we have a really good mutual friend. I kind of knew of Ian back when he lived in Buffalo. I used to be a manager of a GameStop, and he would come in there, kind of a regular customer, but we weren't like friends. But like I said, one of my really good friends is like best friends with him. They were like in each other. He was in Ian's wedding and everything. So it was just funny. Ian, like when I asked him to sign this, he's like, you know, like, what the hell's wrong with you, Scott? Why do you want my autograph? And I'm just like, listen, the other ones are autographed. I want this one signed. So he tried to sign the front, and it's super glossy, so it didn't look right. And then I spent like the next 2 days like polishing it to get it off because it wouldn't come off. And then eventually, like I said, him and Pat just signed it in there. So again, I mean, they're kind of friends of mine. It's not something where I really need their autographs. I just think it's cool, and now I have Volume 4. Alright guys, last pickup. It's something that's really cool, something I've had my eyes out for a decent amount of time. I saw it, and really, really cool, guys. I'm going to link them below. The one that I did the dealings with, his name was Buzzy, and they've got a really interesting amount of stock. They have some really cool stuff. I'm going to talk a little bit more about them in a future Quest for NES video because I was able to get my hands on something that I'd wanted for a very, very long time. But like I said, I will link their information below. There it is for you right there also. But I got a really, really good price on this. I think it's typically like a $60 game, and I think I got it for like $40. It's really, really clean. It is a copy of Enemy Zero, and I believe Alpha Omega Sin was telling me that this is kind of like a spin-off or unofficial sequel to the game D. And it's got like the original disc in there, and then I guess this is a 4-disc game. It's got the cool little black papers here. And just another thought that I had while looking at these. The black paper inserts are the more desirable, if I'm not mistaken, for Panzer Dragoon Saga. So this may be a little less expensive alternative for somebody who doesn't have the sleeves for their Panzer Dragoon Saga and is looking to pick them up. I want to say this is the most inexpensive game that you're going to get 3 sleeves in. So a really cool opportunity for anybody who's trying to get those sleeves for their Panzer Dragoon Saga. But really happy to pick this up. And I would give Too Many Games like the 2 thumbs up. Really great show. I know some of the people who run it, and they're super generous. They really look out for Screenwave Media there. And there's always some great selection. It's just a good convention, and it's not too far from me, so it's definitely one of the must-goes every year for me. It's really cool because a lot of friends that I don't typically get to see only go to this one, so like Hunter, for example, really cool to get to meet up with him there. So really great show. Anyways, guys, let me know if you're going to any conventions, anything you're looking forward to, or anything you'd like to go to. And if you have questions about any specific convention, just let me know. I'll reply in the comments section. I'll give you my thoughts. Definitely looking forward to some of the conventions coming up. My favorite of all, Retropalooza, is just a few months away, and I promise you there is a big surprise that's going to happen at Retropalooza that I think is going to blow away any video I've ever done. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.